Action has a very important role in manifesting. Is it necessary? No, you don't have to lift a finger if you have enough faith that divine intelligence is doing everything for you. But a lot of people reading this have varying levels of faith in the concept of manifesting. And to go even further, even if you do buy into it fully, you may have a lot of faith in one area, but not so much in another. This is usually due to flaws in your self-concept. So for people who are just starting out or struggling, taking action towards getting the thing you want will be very helpful. Will it be a part of the bridge of incidents that gets you from point A to B? Maybe, maybe not. But action builds conviction, and conviction is what will ultimately get you what you want. It is a message to yourself, this is really happening. In my experience, the amounts of action and faith needed are inversely proportional. The more you have or do of one, the less you need of the other. For example, last year I manifested the right partner for myself. I had nearly 100% faith in saying it was done. I did very little. In fact, I purposely did not go on dating sites or go anywhere you might meet someone. A romantic entanglement was thrown in the mix. I declined multiple seeming opportunities, including the apparent return of an SP because they didn't feel right. I did not stop knowing that it was done. The right person just appeared out of nowhere one day, days after I think I'm ready for the right person now. I can't stress enough how I did nothing intentionally or directly to make that happen. But in another area where I was struggling with belief or faith, my body, I was taking tons of action. I was struggling to believe that by using just my mind I could control something physical like the shape or size of my body. I'm taking conventional action to be where I want to be physically until I can have more faith and relinquish more control. But others have testified here that they have been able to effortlessly, mindlessly change physical body, and I have no reason to doubt that based on my own experiences. So the bottom line is, action increases faith or conviction. It's optional, yes, but taking actions that align with your goals will undoubtedly help increase your belief if you need that. What to do if it seems you can't take any action and you're struggling with faith? Go to an area of your life where you don't struggle so much and make things happen there. The more success, the more you see the bridge plays out, and the easier it will be to have faith and belief about the tougher things. Work on your self-concept in the trouble areas and overall. Take no action has clearly confused a lot of people. What Neville meant when he said take no action in whatever form he said it, is that your will does not need to be used to exert force on the 3D world in order to bring about what you want. And you don't need to toil mentally to try to figure out how to make things happen. He's quite clear about this. The only free will you have, meaning the only place you can and should freely exercise your will, is in your imagination. All actions flow from the proper state. The Taoists say do without doing and everything gets done. That's the spirit of action in 3D from the proper state. You take action naturally, easily, without the use of much of any force. Please do not make the mistake of construing this to mean you should not take action to get what you want. At all, ever. You'll be able to tell if you are trying to exert the will to change 3D, or acting in alignment with your state, by how taking the action makes you feel. This is a simple one. Does it feel good and right and you feel the urge to do it? Do it. Do you feel strong mental resistance or conflict or a bad gut feeling? Don't do it. You'll know one way or the other every time. The feeling might be small, but it's there. If you want to take a seemingly obvious action, take it. See how you feel about it. If it feels bad, don't do it, and continue meditating, satsang, or whatever until something happens or you feel motivated to take another action. Say you want to get a better physique. If you have not fully adopted the state of the person with the better physique, living mentally in the end, then you will experience inner resistance to taking action. There will be an inner conflict between taking the actions that keep you out of shape and taking the ones that move you to a changed 3D. Trying to take the actions, whatever they are, that get you into good shape while your mind is still out of shape, fail eventually every time. When you have gotten to the point that you are mentally shifted into the state of the person with the good physique, you will be compelled naturally to do the things that are in alignment with that state, which obviously often entails a lot of physical work or action. Impulses to do anything not in alignment with your end goal are effortlessly ignored where before they would have been considered or acted upon. From the wrong state of mind, your experience of trying to bring about a change like the above absolutely sucks and generally ends up with you spinning your wheels, taking one step forward, forcing yourself to do something you are mentally resisting, then 2 steps back when your true mental state exerts its power and brings you right back. This type of failure that we see everywhere around us when we or other people try to make a change by exerting force on 3D is an awesome example of a mental state creating reality, just not in the direction we'd like it to be going in. Say you want to build a business. If you haven't adopted the state of certainty that you are a success, that you are capable, know or will be shown everything you need to know to make everything work. Then, like above, you will waffle, have doubts about its possibility, your ability, and have inner conflict about all your actions. Invest in the wrong ideas, encounter failure, do the wrong things with the good opportunities you do find, etc. When you have taken on the mental state that correlates to a successful enterprise, your eyes will be open to the opportunity that are right in front of you. The things you need to learn will be easily found or just show up. However, you will then have to take action to learn them, or take action to look for them. Neville and all the other greats are on the same page about one thing, and that is that everything springs from your mind. Your outer reality reflects the contents of your mind down to the most minute details. Some goals will require a huge amount of action from you in the 3D, but when you are in the right state of mind, the work is exhilarating. There's no need to impose your will on yourself or the outside world in those circumstances, because you are simply creating the 3D that is in alignment with the 4D. If you're struggling or toiling or frustrated with yourself in 3D, the mental shift has not happened, or has regressed back and needs more work. Some big changes are multifaceted and require revisiting or tweaking. Inspired action. The bottom line is that we have no idea why we do the things we do all day long. We think things are our own ideas, but they really aren't. The smallest of automatic actions you take throughout the day set into motion the things that materialize your intentions. You can see this in retrospect. If I hadn't made that split-second decision to stop by the hardware store, event that led to event B that led to event C never would have happened. All that matters is the state. Everything springs from the state of mind, beliefs, and the subconscious. Every action, every conversation, all the decisions you think your Earth avatar is making. The only thing you can do is begin to discipline your mind via meditation, sats, or whatever you do to shift. You don't have to force yourself to take action once the shift has happened, but depending on what you want, you may be taking lots of action to achieve your goal. So to tie a bow to it, if you don't make any effort to shift mentally, you will just keep getting whatever it is you're currently getting. Mental change is the only thing that produces lasting outer change, no matter how much you try to directly change the 3D with your will. Writing this is a reminder to myself, most of all,